We're 4 weeks in, which means teams are about where they should be after the preseason, and that means we're ready to get rolling. Week 5 PFF picks, George Chahrouri, Eric Eager alongside, brought to you as usual by mybookie.ag. So Eric, we've learned from 4 weeks. We're getting ready to roll into week 5. Season's almost about to start. We haven't got to Thanksgiving yet, but some teams are starting to round into form. So let's start on the West Coast with Arizona and San Francisco. The Cardinals going into San Francisco. At the start of the week, you could have got the Cardinals getting 4.5 points. We told you to do that on Monday morning. It's now 3.5. Do we still like the Cardinals?
Yeah, I still think we like the Cardinals here. They have the better quarterback. Rosen played really well on Sunday. Beathard played okay, but I think from a process standpoint, Rosen projects as a better player. Defense is about equal in this game, so yeah, I think still 3.5 is a good value.
If you check out our picks on PFF Greenline, still likes the Cardinals, saying the Cardinals should certainly not be getting 3.5, so we'll take that 3.5. Rosen was great. 5 big-time throws, no turnover-worthy throws last week in his first start. Other quarterback to do that last week was Jared Goff. I think he's probably getting a little more love than Rosen is at this point. So you're getting the better quarterback, getting points, and all things considered, there's no way those teams are that different. All right, let's move on to our second pick. We're going to hit the over here with another West Coast battle. The Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Is any defense going to be played in this game?
I mean, we had the Oakland over last week as well, and it hit really well. And the thing is this sets up pretty good for a Chargers team who, in the 2 games they've been favored like this one, have gotten out ahead and have allowed teams who are like Oakland, not quite as good as them in Buffalo and San Francisco, to help them cover the over here. The defense has not been as good as we thought they were going to be, even with Derwin James's brilliance. And Derek Carr has been pretty good, especially early in the games. And then last week he came from behind and actually not only won but covered against the Browns.
Both these defenses have been pretty terrible. The Raiders are pressuring the quarterback at one of the lowest rates we've ever seen. Should give Philip Rivers plenty of time. And then the Chargers, without Joey Bosa, they actually rank 25th in our defensive metrics. So points should be wide open and to be had. Plus, the Raiders playing in LA, closer to their new home of Las Vegas. This is basically a home game for the Raiders. The over right now, you'd have to clear 52.5, but I'll take it. Let's roll. All right, let's move on to Monday Night Football. Before we do so, if you want to make the most of this information, head to mybookie.ag. It's the best place to get all of your bets down. Totals, spreads, even individual fantasy player over-unders, whatever you want, they've got it. In-game live betting as well. We both use it, and that's why we think you should too. Use promo code PFF to get a $1 match with your first deposit. It's simple. PFF plus MyBookie. You play, you win, you get paid. All right. The Washington Redskins are traveling to New Orleans this Monday night. They're fresh off a bye. They are getting 6.5 points. Again, when we talked on early Monday morning, we said this was one that we liked. It has stayed at 6.5, and we still like Washington.
Yeah, I think that 6.5, when you are wanting to bet favorites, right, that is an enticing one to play there. But I think the Saints here, much like a season ago, haven't hit their stride yet going into week 5. Washington has been better than expected, right? Beating and covering against Green Bay, winning week 1 handily against Arizona. Alex Smith has been pretty efficient, has limited negatively graded throws. And defensively, I think that they're far improved. They have a good secondary, Josh Norman, DJ Swearinger. So I think that they can keep the Saints bottled up here enough to lose by less than a touchdown.
I've got 2 things for you. The first is Jay Gruden is underrated here. Alex Smith has come in, and he is throwing to open targets 85% of the time, the 3rd highest rate in the NFL. So we saw with Kirk Cousins before him. So he's got opportunities on offense. The Saints' defense allowing the highest expected points added per pass play so far this season. Guess who's first in that metric? Washington. Yeah. So this is certainly, the Saints should be favored here, but there's no reason to think they're a dramatically better team. Washington coming off a bye. Great opportunity to grab some points with a pretty solid team here. I think that's all we'll give them today. But if you want all of our picks, head to PFF Greenline. You can see every pick for every game for each week of the NFL season. And head to ProFootballFocus.com to read our article each week. And last but not least, MyBookie.ag to make all of your dreams come true.